Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Naya, and if you know me and you know this channel, you know we like to do all the art stuff, the rugs, the Photoshop, the time lapses, all that good stuff. But today we're not going to be doing any of that. We are actually doing a face-to-face chat because I just wanted to share something with you guys that I thought was really cool, and I thought that it might be really cool for you guys to hear. Maybe it might help somebody out or motivate you in a way. I like to do stuff like that. I'll say I've been reading this book for the past 3 weeks. It's like, dang, why are you still stuck on this book? I've been reading and rereading a lot of stuff instead of just what I usually do is just move on after I take something in. It's really reread it and process what you're reading and understand what you're reading and then move on once you feel like you got it. So that's why I've still been reading this book for 3 weeks. One story that Earl brings up in his story, in his book Lead the Field, is that there's this pumpkin in a jar. So there's this farmer and he has a whole crop of pumpkins, right? And he plants them all, everything's good to go. But then he happens to see this jar and he's like, I wonder what would happen if I put this one of my pumpkins in this jar. What would happen? And so he does that. And then time go by, all the rest of his pumpkins, they grow to their fullest size potential, as big as they're gonna get, as nice as they're gonna be, as orange as they're gonna be. But then as for the pumpkin that he put in the jar, it only grows so much. The jar is only so big, so it literally only grows to the size of the jar. I think I just said that, but you know what I mean. Whereas everything else, it grew as big as it's gonna get. It has room to breathe, it has room to grow. It could probably grow even bigger if it wanted to, but And I had read that passage or listened to that passage a couple times, and it didn't really quite stick with me until the other day when I was just really paying attention. And immediately when I heard it, I was like, dang, I am not only the pumpkin, but I am the jar. I used to be oh, society this, they place me in a box or try to blame it on other people, or in a way, me personally, I've never had, this is me being honest, I've never had anybody really tell me that I couldn't do something. It's probably been a couple of instances in my life that I can think of that, but I've never really had anybody tell me that I couldn't do something except for me. It's always me telling myself you're not big enough to go up to that person, or you're not big enough to pitch that idea to that company. You're not what's some mess I say to myself? I can't even think right now, but it's just me always that's what I can think of. It's just me always limiting myself from doing things that I really want to do. A lot of times I have an opportunity right in front of me, it's right there. All you gotta do is just open your mouth, right? But then something clicks in the back of my mind where it's no, don't do that. You're not talented enough for that. Your portfolio's not diverse enough for that. They're not looking for your work. They're not. It's I didn't even try, and I already shut myself down. The people didn't even I didn't even let them shut me down. I shut myself down, kind of thing. And it's I'm sticking myself into this jar. It's that's what it is. I'm sticking myself, this big pumpkin head, into this jar that's this big, trying to make it work. When really my jar, I shouldn't even have a jar, to be honest. I just tried to make something cool about it. I shouldn't even have a jar, to be honest. I just want to grow as big as I can be and let myself grow as big as I want to be, and follow my behind and keep getting back up. That's all I want to do. But it's so many times I shut myself down and I put myself in the jar and just and that's all I'm ever going to be. It's just this big. This big. And it's when you put yourself in such a small mind space and place so many limitations on yourself, you're far less willing to like take risk and take chances on yourself and just see what happens. Test your own strengths and your own weaknesses and the limits of your own abilities. Like sometimes you don't even know. Sometimes I don't even know what I'm capable of doing. Like I'll do something in the heat of the moment off the strength to just do it, and I'll be like, dang, like I look back like, how did I pull that off? Or like, I don't know what night that was, but I need her to be around more often. And unknowingly, I was stepping outside of my own jar and just really allowing myself to make a mistake or try something new or go experience something new. And I mean, I'm only 20 years old right now. I'm about to be 21 literally a month from today. So it's not like I know everything there is to know about life. I like learning from other people's perspectives and people that have come before me and see what helped them get through life. But I don't want to be that person that looks up one day, like 20 years down the road, and be like, dang, like, what was I doing? Like, why did I put myself in this jar? Like, I had dreams that couldn't even fit in this jar, and look where I'm at now. Like, I haven't done anything to accomplish them. I haven't done anything to like work towards that, you know. Like I would be devastated if I looked up and that was my reality, you know. And not because of something that somebody else said to me, because people, that's one thing I've learned too, and I'm continuing to learn as a young 20-year-old, is that people are always gonna have something to say no matter what. People are never gonna be satisfied, and not everybody's gonna like you. So I've learned that. I know that. But when it comes from your own self, like, that's a different type of hurt. It's a different type of hurt. So yeah, I guess I'll just end it there. I say all this to say, don't place yourself in a jar that is this big when you're meant for a freaking Titanic sized jar. Step on that and see what, and just step outside of yourself, and you will be amazed at the things that you can do, the things that you could accomplish, the people that you'll meet, the places you'll go. Like, even with doing YouTube, I have met so many and talked to so many wonderful people on this platform that have DM'd me, messaged me, and all that good stuff. Like, your comments, like, I would have never experienced any that had I not stepped outside of my own jar and took a risk on myself and started doing videos, art videos, and the tufting videos and all that stuff. Like, I'm really grateful for not only for you guys, but for the people that were pushing me to do stuff like that when I was in a jar this big. So with that being said, take a risk on yourself, take a chance on yourself, and you will be amazed at the things that you can pull off. Seriously. So alright, I don't got nothing else. Let me know if you guys enjoy videos like this, because I would definitely be down, super down to do more stuff like this. I have a ton of analogies, or not even analogies, I just have a ton of stuff that I always talk about. Like, my dad, he was the one that even gave me the idea for this video, because a lot of times I'll just go to him where, like, say I'll be reading something from a book, or I'll see something online, or I just have a general question. I'm like, Dad, I got a question. And he'd be like, alright, what you got? That's like our like running joke between us, where it's like I have a question, and we just work it out to the best of our abilities to see if we can come up with some sort of solution, or even if there is a solution at all. But I would definitely be glad to share some of those conversations with you guys, and, you know, just help somebody out. Because I really love helping people, and I really love talking to people and connecting with people and building bridges. So with that being said, I'll check you in the next video. Peace.